Today I'm going to model a set of forceps in Fusion 360. I have Fusion 360 open. There is nothing in my design. It's untitled. Let's go ahead and start off by creating a sketch. Hit that little green plus sign. We're going to pick a plane. I'm going to pick this one right here. Let's create a rectangle for the profile of our forceps. So go to create, and then I'm going to go to rectangle. How about center rectangle? We're going to go to the center of our sketch, that big dot right here. I'm going to click, full click, up and down. Let's start dragging. And I can see the height is highlighted, so I'm going to put 11 for 11 millimeters. We have our units set to millimeters. I'm going to tab. And this one I'm going to make 78. All right, so that's pretty far away. Let's go ahead and use the mouse wheel to zoom in, and you're going to roll back on the mouse wheel. It's a little bit different. And now I'm going to hold the mouse wheel down. I'm going to drag so I can center this a little better. Now let's make an arc for this side right here. Let's go to create. We're going to go arc, tangent arc. I'm going to go to this dot on the upper right corner. Click. And I'm going to drag down to this other dot down here on the bottom of the rectangle. Click again, and we have a nice arc here. Let's get rid of this line. So I'm going to go to modify, trim, or you could hit T, and you'll notice the buttons here also. So I'm going to get rid of that line. I'm going to go to modify again. I'm going to hit this offset and make sure, here's the window right here, make sure that chained select is checked. If we click the curves, right, it says select curves, boom, and that is selected, it's going to get everything that's touching. That's what we want. Now we want to change the offset a little bit, and it looks like it's pointing in the up direction. So if I do 2, we get the offset going up. That's good, but you might have it pointing down. Notice this flip button. There, it's pointing down. We don't want it pointing down. If it's pointing down, flip it again, point it up. Good. Hit OK. Let's go to modify. And then I'm going to extend 2 lines. So hit extend, and I want this line to go all the way to the left. Click it. I want this line to go all the way to the left. Click it. And you could see that I still have that extend icon on my mouse. So I'm going to hit escape. And I'm going to get some of these dimension lines inside and out of the way because I want to work on the edges there. So I clicked and held down on this number. Whoops, I guess I didn't get it. There we go. I'm going to drag that in. And I got this 2 here. I'm going to click. I'm going to drag this back a little bit. Give us some more room. I don't think there's too much we could do about this 2 right here. But I think I want to get rid of these constraints because I want to work right in here. So I'm going to come over to where it says constraints. And I'm going to uncheck that so it hides those little icons. So it doesn't actually get rid of the constraint. It just hides it, right? So we can check it, bring it back, and then we hide it. That's what I want to do, hide it. All right, let's get rid of these 2 lines here. So go to modify, trim, and then click that, click that. We're going to work on these sides right here. Let's scroll in a little bit. So I'm going to move the mouse wheel back. I'm rolling the mouse wheel back, right? And now I'm going to hold the mouse wheel down. I'm going to drag this more up and center, maybe even make it bigger. See that? Oh, I got the trim tool on my mouse. I'm going to hit escape to get rid of it. Now let's go to create, and we're going to use the line tool, or you could just hit L. I'm going to put a construction line here. So under line type, you could hit construction, that's highlighted. And now when you draw a construction line, click and then drag. I want it to be 90 degrees, just like that, 2 millimeters. Boom, there we go. We have a little construction line. You could do that down here too, but I want to make sure that this is 5 millimeters away. Let's go to our dimension tool. So I have sketch dimension here, and I have sketch dimension here, or you could just hit D. I'm going to hit this construction line, this end line, and then pull this up, 5.9 something, right? Not far. Make it a 5. Let's angle this end right here so I can grip stuff a little better. I'm going to uncheck construction line, make sure line is selected, And then I'm going to draw this up. I'm going to approximate 5 degrees. You could see it's 174.3. 180 is all the way this way. So I'm just going to click here. And then I'm going to use the dimension tool because it's a little tricky getting that 5 degrees. So I'm going to do D. I'm going to click this line. And then I'm going to click the line that's going up, hopefully 5 degrees in a minute. There it is. It's 5.7. That's not bad. Click. 5, boom, there we go. So we got 5 degrees coming up this way. We got to cut these two lines right here. Let's go to modify. Let's go to trim. We're going to cut. How about that? And we might have to do 2 cuts here because this construction line is messing us up a little bit. Let's try that. Boom, there. And I believe, hit escape to get rid of our little icon. If we move this back, yeah, that's good. That's just a dimension line coming out. That's what we want. Now we want to do the same thing down here. I'm going to hold my mouse wheel down. I'm going to drag this up a little bit so it's easier to work on. Let's make a construction line here. And we can kind of line it up, right? So go to line, hit construction line. See if we get that. I bet we don't got it. That's all right. Make sure it's 90 degrees. And now hit D for dimension. That's a shortcut. We're going to click on that construction line, click on the end. Oh, wasn't quite right. Click again, hit 5, make it right. Now let's add a line coming down here. So I'm going to go uncheck construction line, click line, or in the reverse order. That doesn't matter. Just make sure you turn construction line off. I'm going to try to get that at about 5 degrees, but I'm going to fail. Let's go ahead and click it. And then hit D for dimension. Click this line. Click that line. Pull this out. Yep, 5.7 again. Make it 5. Nice. I'm going to move in a little more with the mouse wheel. We can hit that, or we could do T for trim. Let's do that. T for trim. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And can we get this? There we go. And then that's part of the dimension line for the degrees. Hit escape. Let's pull this back. Let's go ahead and finish the sketch. Hit this green button right here. I'm going to hit this home button. Let's go ahead and extrude our profile. So extrude or hit E. And I think I'm going to move that up. This distance and this distance are the same. So we'll go ahead and do it here. 11. How's that? Now I want to put a sketch right here, right? I want to make this taper in on both sides. So let's go ahead and right click and then create sketch. It's going to create the sketch on the plane of that face. Now I think I'll make this end, how about 3 millimeters? That's why I picked 11 for the extrude. Let's go to create, look for point. Here it is. And I don't feel like drawing construction lines all the way out. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a point. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a point. Let's make sure those are, what is that, 4 millimeters, 3 millimeters? Should be 3. Let's hit D for dimension. We're going to find out. Click. Click. Yeah, 3. Perfect. A little bit of round off error. Just hit 3. There we go. Go to create, and then we're going to go to arc, 3-point arc. I want this to be tangent up here, but we're going to curve down to that point, which is not going to be tangent. That's why I didn't use a tangent arc. So click on the point, and then the third click, just kind of stretch this so you look, and you can see that little blue tangent thing there. That's what you want. And then that's your third click. So you have that tangent constraint right there. Let's do the same on the bottom. So we can start here. How about this one? Click, and then click. Get that little tangent constraint. Click again. Let's finish our sketch. Come up here, finish sketch. And I'm going to hit the home button. Now we want to cut this away from our taper and this side too. And there's a pretty cool cheat method we could use. We could click on our profile right there. hit E for extrude. And we don't just add on extrudes, we could do an extrude cut. If you grab this arrow and you move the other direction, it turns red and it cuts everything in its path. That's what I want to do. So I took this outside profile and it cuts everything. Let's hit OK. There we go. And now we can't see our bottom line. That's fine. Go to sketches. Remember, it was our second sketch. See that little eye thing? There's a line through it. Uncheck that. Ooh, now you can see it. So click your profile, hit E for extrude, and then grab your little arrow thingy, pull it on through, hit OK. Let's add some little gripper pads to the end. So click, and then E for extrude. I'm going to make that 1 millimeter. Boom. And then I'm going to do it on the other side. So shift, and then hold down the mouse wheel. Let's get the other side. We're going to click. Did I get it? Click. E. I'm just going to do 1. Sweet. Let's put a little rounding in here. And when you do the rounding, it is called, go to modify, fillet. See, it says rounds edges. When you do the chamfer, it's the bevel. So we're going to do fillet. And we'll go ahead and click our little line. Good. Then we can go ahead and change this number. See, this window moves around. It's actually this number here or this number here. Let's make it like 2. Right? It makes a little rounding. Makes it stronger too. And this is pretty cool. If you hit fillet, it can figure out what line you want right through the body. It can be a little tricky though. Let's go ahead and click it, see what we got. And our little thing is on top of it. There we go. Let's make 2. And now we can take a look. Shift, mouse wheel down. We'll do our orbit. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. And we can round these edges too. See that? Modify, fillet. We're going to click it. And you want to make that 3? Let's make that 3. Nice. I'm not going to be able to get that one. Let's go ahead and hit the shift, mouse wheel down to orbit. There we go. Modify, fillet. Let's click it. And what do we do? 3? Was 3. All right. Looking good. Let's hit our home tab. Now, I know I was a little bit lazy on constraints, but remember I have middle schoolers, so you got to keep this fast, right? And, let's get rid of this sketch here. Let's hide it. I shouldn't say get rid of it. Let's hide it. And that looks cooler. And don't forget, save your design. So go to save, and then if you're in my class, do first name, space, last initial, space, the period you're in, and then save.